man deliberately called the sheriff before the assassination, telling him that he was going to strike again, but in fact, his target was the sheriff himself. However, just as he was about to pull the trigger, he found two women coming up beside the sheriff. One of the women patted the sheriff on the shoulder, and this gesture was seen by the assassin. He speculated that the woman might be the sheriff's wife, so he said a sentence to the sheriff. Judging from the sheriff's reaction, the assassin had guessed correctly. But before he could get to his wife, the assassin pulled the trigger first. The scene instantly descended into chaos, and this was the assassin's revenge on the sheriff. His wife died in his arms, which undoubtedly dealt a huge blow to him. On the day of his wife's funeral, the assassin came again, but this time he was watching from a car on the side of the road. He even drew a portrait of the sheriff. He really enjoyed this process. Tormenting the enemy was always his style. After the funeral ended, the sheriff began to pack his equipment. He had to take out the murderer with his own hands. At this time, the assassin also began to prepare for hunting his next target. He never imagined that the sheriff had already set his sights on him. When the sheriff returned to the police station and analyzed the painting the assassin left at the crime scene, he accidentally discovered the assassin's next hunting target hidden inside. So the sheriff took action immediately, rushing to the location of the assassin's next target. This time, the assassin's target turned out to be the local director of city planning. The sheriff quickly reported the situation to his superiors, requesting they dispatch armed forces for support. The assassin had already appeared in the vicinity of the target. He took out a weapon from the trunk. Soon after, a large number of armed forces arrived at the entrance of the federal court where the director was about to appear. Everyone thought the assassin would definitely give up on this operation. But unexpectedly, the assassin appeared in a place they couldn't imagine. Then he took out a fixed rod from his bag, wedging it between the two handrails of the train door. He also started the hacked program. The train doors opened automatically. At the same time, the target director's motorcade had also appeared at the entrance of the court. The assassin opened the box. Inside was actually a rocket launcher. The assassin installed the ammunition, using the horizontal bar just now to fix it in place to prevent shaking. Waiting for the vehicle to approach, he resolutely fired.